Okay. Whew.
Collaboration is key for team success.
Oops.
With ClickUp.
Sorry. Thought I had it together. Whew. All right. Now I'm set, I guess. We're live. We're live, and it's a Saturday, and I don't usually stream on Saturday, but tomorrow, I'll be watching the UFC. And I don't want any distractions when I'm watching the UFC. So, that's the way it goes. Anyway, I'm here today. Today we're going to talk about Thailand versus Cambodia. Let me fix this here. A little bit off. Thailand versus Cambodia. As in, which is a better place, comparing the categories, etc., etc. Whew, man. I had like 6 minutes left to do quite a few things. And I barely made it. And I'm breathing hard now because I've been running around the house. And I am at the house today, which is nice. Anyway, good morning. Sawat Di Ton Chow. Here I am. And what's today? 14th. So we're going to be in the south in a couple of weeks. That should be nice. We're looking for our hotels in Da Nang, which should be very nice. Dallo, you were almost first. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Whew, yeah. So, that's what we got planned for the next couple of months. I don't know about after that, but everything's up to my wife. My wife calls the shots now. Actually, she approves everything. I talk about it, and then she goes, okay, let's go. Sometimes she comes up with ideas, and I go, you can go. Sometimes I go, I want to go. So, been a long time since I've been to the south, so that's why I want to go there. Yeah, Friday the 13th in United States and various other places, which is, what did Bruce call it? I don't remember let me see if I can figure it out here. What did he call it? I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. Where is he? Yeah, I don't know what happened here. Yeah, it hasn't updated. Let me see if I can update this real quick. Whew, man. Surprised I'm this out of gas, man. Alright, let's see here. Settings on it doesn't matter. It was some he named Friday the 13th. Hang on, I could probably just look this up. In the time that it would take me to find it. Maybe not. Why is Friday the 13th known as unlucky? It's hard to know exactly why Friday the 13th became thought of as unlucky, but is likely to have come from the Christian religion. A person who is said to have betrayed Jesus was the 13th guest at the Last Supper. Okay. Supposedly that myth was busted. And it doesn't tell me the day here. Let me see. Maybe it will in this Wikipedia. He gave me a name for it. I don't know where he is, but he called it something else. It's not showing up. And I didn't know this, but the risk of transport accident may be increased by as much as 52% on Friday the 13th. Wow. Crazy. Anyway, so what's going on with you guys? What's happening? There's not much happening here other than preparing for our trips, which, preparing to go to the south is not a big deal. But I don't really think it's dumb, honestly. I don't think it's dumb. I think there's a reason for it. And like I just said, transport incidents, they are up 52% on Friday the 13th. No, it's not a military thing. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. I'm not sure what you're thinking of. It's from the Knights of Templar. It's superstition, but it remains murky. The situations about this here. Let's see here. Hang on a second. My phone actually notified me you're streaming for once. You must be doing something to appease the YouTube gods. Keep it up. I don't know about that because I didn't do anything differently, and maybe YouTube's getting their act together. We visited Leonardo last supper while in Milan. Not really worth it because it's been restored and not much left of the original. I will remember that in case we go to Italy next year. Might we go to Italy next year, Bo? How much does it cost? Yeah, we can stop by on our way to the U.S. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we're gonna go there or not. But anyway, the Friday the 13th has started all the way back. Back with Jesus. And I'm just looking here now, and it says there is evidence of both Friday and the number 13 being considered unlucky. There is no record of the two items being referred to as especially unlucky in conjunction before the 19th century. Some cite the arrest of the Knights Templar on Friday, October 13th, 1307, by officers of King Philip IV of France as the origin of the Friday the 13th suspicion, but it is agreed and it remains murky. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I mean, whatever. Friday the 17th, it's Friday the 17th in Italy. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's see where are we at here with 2024. Yeah, they don't have it here. 2024. It happens again in 2030, apparently. Highly recommend you visit the medieval city of Verona, probably our favorite place we visited. Venice, on the other hand, was nice to see and nice to leave. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Venice. Something about it kind of puts me off, but all of the cities that are not the main cities of Italy, I'm really interested in them. I want to go to Italy. I haven't been to Italy. I've been up in northern Europe more, and I don't know. I mean, hopefully I have some years left, and we'll go to a few more places besides just where I've been already. I mean, I've been to something like 63 countries. I don't know. I stopped counting after a while. I used to count, and it was like 45. Then it was 50, and so. And it depends. Do you consider, what are they doing? Yesterday, the cat ran downstairs. And I mean, he ran, and he was just running everywhere, back and forth, back and forth. I'm wondering what the hell's wrong with this cat. And apparently, he got something stuck to him. Just like before, when we had like fly traps out, and they have like a little sticky stuff that you put it on a stick, and then the flies go there, and it attracts the flies or whatever, right? So he got that stuck to his butt once. He couldn't get it off. She couldn't get it off. And we couldn't even catch her to stop her so we could take it off. Then once we took it off, we had to clean her and all. So yesterday she's got some little toy. I don't know if it was stuck to her ass or what it was, but the cat's crazy. That cat is crazy. Nancy. She's crazy. Anyway, all right, not much news going on today. Everything's about the typhoon and the flooding, as I've said. 32.22, which is down from yesterday. I don't know what's going on. Did I see 32? Oh, no, it's 33. That's just the way I wrote it. 33.22, which is down from yesterday. And it's continuing to go down. I don't know what's going on. I don't really want to think about it, but 58 is the air quality index, which is moderate. It's 83 degrees out. It's high of 90, low of 78, and the feel-like temperature is very close to what the temperature is at 85. Temperature is 83. Humidity is 78. Who are you talking to? Huh? Are you talking to those cats? I'm married to a cat lady. Anyway, weather is not good here. Rainy. Typhoon Yagi. And really, the only other thing that I see in the news was, well, there was something about Mudeng, which is Thailand zoo's celebrity baby hippo. Big news. That's about it. Oh, stone foreigner steals taxi. We talked about that yesterday. Everything is really about the floods. And I mean, it is really bad. You know, like I said yesterday, worse than in 80 years. Mudang, which is bouncy pig, and it is a tiny little hippo. And hippos stink. I hate to say that, but they do. They stink. They spray their shit all over the place. They're nasty. They are nasty. But, you know, this one is small, and he's pink, and he's so cute. They attach, I forget what it's called when you attach human traits to an animal. I don't remember what the name of it is, but let me see here if I can remember. There's a word for it. Yeah, anthropomorphism. Anthropomorphism. The attribution of human characteristics or behavior to non-human entities, including animals. So that's what they've done with this little piggy-like, I don't know what this thing is. Mudang. It's a baby hippopotamus. It's 2 months old, and it's 20 kilos already. And that's about it. However, one thing that's going on, it's a pygmy hippo, before I just skate over that. The best time to visit Mudang is when she is awake. Don't you want to go see the hippo, Bo? No. The little baby hippo? It's so cute. It's lovely. It's a viral star right now.
What is her name?
Mudang.
Mudang.
Not Mudang, Mudang.
Mudang.
Mudang. Yeah, so it's almost Mudang, but it's Mudang. I'm obsessed with Mudang. I've been thinking about the queen all day long. Listen, I got to tell you something. I was walking through the mall yesterday. I could not believe, my wife will talk to me sometimes about people she works with and people around and things like that. And it always surprises me that almost every guy, they're gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But they are definitely different. And I think in the United States, I don't know how often it happens. But in Thailand, it's like, and then I was walking through the mall, and I went, everywhere I look, there they are. And I'm like, have I become so numb to this phenomenon that it doesn't bother me anymore. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I'm just surprised. And Thailand is probably one of the, I don't know, I think they have the largest population, I don't know, of ladyboys, gays, whatever you want to call them. And I don't know where, speaking of which, I don't know where Chuck is. Haven't talked to him in a while. Maybe I'll send him a quick message real quick. Haven't talked to him in about 2 weeks. So I just sent him a message. Where's Chucky? So anyway, that's about it. Now, anyway, let's get to the gist of today, which is Thailand versus Cambodia. Good morning. Sawasdee Tong Chao. Let me see here. I gotta go through my little thing here. Where is the, here it is. Okay, let's see here if I can do this. Versus Cambodia. There it is. Okay, so can I move it up? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see here. What was I looking for? I'm out of it today. I haven't had my coffee, all my coffee yet. I haven't. Usually I've downed a cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm just kind of lost right now. I don't know what these little blue things are. But we're going to compare Thailand's and Cambodia, just like we compared it to the Philippines. Here it is right here. Oh, I had my little, let's see here. I had that, that's what it was. All right, let's see. Hey everyone! If you enjoy this stream and the videos that I've made and want to support the channel, there are a few ways that you can contribute. You can use super chats on YouTube, become a member on YouTube for as little as $1.99. You can use the Cash App, Buy Me a Coffee, which not many people use nowadays, or Patreon, which not many people use nowadays. Plus, you can become, you can get the merch down below the video window, or you can grab one of my books at AnAmericanInBangkok.com or Amazon. And if you need any further assistance, feel free to shoot me an email. Maybe we can set something up. Thank you very much. Now that I got through that, we can talk about Cambodia. I'm exhausted. I don't know why. I've been getting tired lately. Very tired. All right, let's take a look at this. Now, I have some statistics. Where are those? They are rights. No, this is Mudang. Here's the statistics right here. All righty. Thailand is almost 3 times as large in mass as Cambodia. Cambodia is a parliamentary constitutional monarchy, and Cambodia is a parliamentary constitutional monarchy, while Thailand is a constitutional monarchy. Population. Now, I looked at that. Where is that thing the guy told me about the other day? Where is it? Here it is. The Digital Thailand Report 2024. Very interesting. I'll put this up here just so you guys can see it. It's very interesting because it has quite a few details about Thailand and other places. But this is, this is very detailed. Overcast and a bit steamy here. Well, that's how it is everywhere, pretty much. Let's see here. Doll, I've been to the base of it, not far from our house. Look, okay, so there's the data report for Thailand that the guy yesterday, Aiden, was talking about. Couldn't remember his name. Population, Thailand is about 72 million. Cambodia is about 17 million. 93 inhabitants per kilometer versus 139 for Thailand. The life expectancy in Thailand of a male is 75 years. For a female, Bo, 84 years. In Cambodia, life expectancy of a male is 67 years, and for females, 73. I don't know why females always live longer. I don't know why. Average age in Cambodia is 27.9 years, and in Thailand it's 41.5. Birth rate in Cambodia is more than double what it is in Thailand. Death rate is lower. Migration rate in Cambodia is minus 1.77%, where in Thailand it is 0.26%. I found this kind of interesting here, the quality of life index. Political stability is actually higher in Cambodia by 1 point. Civil rights is quite a bit lower, 18 to 41 for Thailand. Health, 29 to 71 for Thailand, which you know that in Cambodia, their healthcare has a long way to go. The climate is 45 in Cambodia, 39 in Thailand, and that's probably because it's hotter most of the time than it is in Cambodia. Cost of living in Cambodia, for those people who think Cambodia is cheaper than Thailand, it is actually a little more expensive. 59 on the ranking versus 61, and popularity 26 to 50. I don't know many people who just say, I've never been to Southeast Asia, I'm going to Cambodia. They don't generally go to Cambodia first. They usually come to, say, Thailand, Hong Kong, Philippines, whatever, maybe Indonesia, and then they go places like Vietnam, Cambodia. I don't know many people at all who have just said, I'm going to go to Cambodia on my first trip to Southeast Asia, or I'm going to go to Cambodia. I've never been there before. And no, I haven't been to Thailand either. They usually come to Thailand first. Let's see here. Unemployment rate is 0.2%. 0.9% in Thailand's. Inflation 2.13%, 1.23% for Thailand. I don't know exactly what this means here. Okay, the cost of living is slightly higher in Cambodia. 36.7% to 32.17%. Average income. You think it's bad in Thailand? In Thailand, the average income $7,180, which is somewhere around what? I don't know. Let me think here. 7 times 33, we'll say, is 233. 233 divided by 12, so it's almost 20,000 baht a month. Whereas in Cambodia, it's 1,810, which is about $150 a month. So they're earning far less than Cambodia. And I know in some of those restaurants and stuff, the girls working there, the little waitresses and stuff, they're making like $100, $150 plus tips, something like that. And a lot of times they don't get great tips. Corruption index in Cambodia, 78, very bad. In Thailand, 65, which is bad. So there you go. Let's see here. Infrastructure. Wow. Passenger airports in Cambodia, 8 to 41 in Thailand. I'm not even going to go over the roadways, the railways, and the waterways, because Thailand just basically is, 10 times more than what Cambodia is. And communication, let's see here. Landlines, 38,284. Mobile cellulars, 19,505,000. Internet users, 10,192,000 versus Thailand, 63 million. So 63 million, the percentage is 88% of Thailand is using the internet. Yeah, so there's that. Let's see here. Malaria cases, 1.125%. HIV 1.5% to 2.7% in Thailand. Wow, I didn't know that. So it's higher in Thailand than it is in Cambodia. Smokers 21.1%, 22.1% in Thailand. Listen, if you're smoking, I'll just tell you something. I think you know it, but you need to stop. That's all I got to say. And I can tell you, I smoked one cigarette in my life. And afterwards, I just went, what is this? I am not, no way. It made me dizzy. I felt like I was going to throw up. And I just went, get this thing away from me. And I never smoked cigarettes again. Now, I did smoke weed when I was younger, which, was kind of stupid. I don't know why I did it at the time. It was just something to do. But cigarettes, forget about it, man. Daytime temperatures. Cambodia 33.2, Thailand 33.1. Nighttime temperature 24.5, Cambodia 23.9. Humidity 76%, Cambodia 78. For Thailand, and there are more rain days in Cambodia, 9.8 versus 8.9 in Thailand. Sunshine 6.8 in Cambodia, 6.3 in Thailand. They don't have, where's English? You don't have English as a, okay. All right, so that's really about it. That's just the cold hard facts. The statistics, I don't know when this is. This is of what, 2023, I think? I'm not sure. All right, now, when comparing Thailand and Cambodia as destinations for foreigners, several key factors differentiate these neighboring countries. Below is a comparison focusing on aspects that are most relevant to expats and travelers. Now, I don't understand this, but it says Cambodia is even more affordable than Thailand in most respects. The cost of living in Phnom Penh is lower than in Bangkok, which I don't know that I agree with that. Because if you want an apartment in Phnom Penh, yeah, you can get one for $300, $350, $400. That's still about 13,000 baht. You can get a house in Thailand for less than 10,000 baht if you look around. The cost of living in Phnom Penh is lower. Rural areas of Cambodia are among the cheapest in Southeast Asia. Housing, dining out, and transportation are extremely affordable, making Cambodia an attractive option for budget-conscious foreigners. Thailand offers a relatively affordable cost of living, but this varies by location. Okay. Yeah, you go to Phuket, it's not going to be the same as, say, Pattaya or Bangkok or something like that. Bangkok and tourist hubs like Phuket are more expensive, yes, but Bangkok is not as expensive as Phuket. Cities like Chiang Mai and rural areas offer more budget-friendly options. Kanchanaburi, very nice. Accommodation, food, and transportation are affordable by Western standards. Okay, but that's not what I'm looking at. I'm trying to figure out which place is more affordable between the two. Now, they say Cambodia is even more affordable, but yet in the cost of living guide, they say it's slightly more expensive. And I believe the reason it's more expensive is because when you need to get something in Thailand, it's very easy to get it. Damn near, you can get almost anything. When you want to get stuff in Cambodia, it's not that easy. When you have to have stuff shipped to you, it's not that easy. And therein is the rub. The price goes up in Cambodia and it costs more money. On the whole, it's going to cost more money. I mean, you go out to eat, it may not cost as much if you're in Cambodia. I mean, I've gone out to eat many, many times in Cambodia. And I've gone out on the riverside where they have all these restaurants and stuff like that. I've been in the city a little bit where you just sit around and you go to some little place down the street. You have whatever, you have a bowl of noodles or whatever, and it's cheap. Or you have bread in the morning, very cheap. But if you want to compare dish by dish, I don't think there's a big difference. But if you're making a dish, I think in Thailand it's going to be cheaper. And also, if you want to get things like I told you guys I bought some some molds to make ice cube balls. Now those were dirt cheap. I mean, they're like 25 cents. You know, like 10 baht, 15 baht. They're nothing. What else did I get? I got some more of them yesterday. They're different. I just got two different kinds. And it cost me, I mean, it was like for like 4 different ice cube molds, because I want to see which one is the best. Ice ball molds. I think it cost me like 200 baht. That was it. Now, it might cost you 200 baht just to get it sent into Cambodia. I don't know. But I would say I'm going to give a very slight edge to Thailand. Language. In Cambodia, the official language is Khmer, but English is more widely spoken, particularly in Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, and Sihanoukville, even in Battambang. The younger generation and those working in tourism and expat often speak English well, and their English is not tainted by their language. And what I mean by that is in Thailand, they have certain words that they have a hard time saying simply because of the way that they say these words or different words that are similar in their own language, which means the letters that they are using, you know, like R and L, L and N, different letters. In Cambodia, they don't have that. In Cambodia, they speak their language, and their language is separate from English to where they can speak English, and it's just like you would speak if you were an American or somebody else. In Thailand, generally they speak with an accent, and that's because of their language. While English is taught in Thai schools, it is not widely spoken outside tourist areas. Learning basic Thai is helpful for foreigners living outside major cities. I don't want to drone on about that, but yes, learn how to speak the language. I think if you're in Cambodia, you learn how to speak Khmer. Cambodia generally has a slight advantage in terms of English use, making it easier for foreigners to navigate daily life without learning the local language. And I would agree with that. So that means cost of living, edge to Thailand. Language, edge to Cambodia. Cultural and social integration. Thailand has a rich cultural heritage rooted in Buddhism, which permeates daily life. Foreigners may find it challenging to fully integrate due to the strong cultural and societal norms. Social relationships with Thais often takes time to develop. That's true. You know, you don't generally meet a Thai and then you're his best friend the next day, or you're, you know, best friends with a woman or something. That doesn't happen. Even within, say, a week, 2 weeks. Cambodia has a strong Buddhist influence as well, but its history, especially under the Khmer Rouge regime, has left lasting marks on its society. Cambodians are generally welcoming to foreigners, and the expat community tends to be close-knit. Integration is a bit easier, though there are still social barriers. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Both countries have strong cultural identities, but Cambodia might feel more approachable for foreigners, as the expat community is smaller and often more engaged in local society. I'll tell you what, in all the trips where I've been in Cambodia, and it's been a lot. I mean, I haven't been there, I don't think I've been there since right around the beginning of the pandemic. But I've been there like 55 times, 60 times. And what I can say is that I met plenty of foreigners there and talked to many foreigners, got along with many foreigners, but they were associates. Very seldom did I want to be friends with them. You could say it's because I was being cautious or whatever. Maybe I wasn't there that long. There were a couple times where I was there a long time, but you could say whatever you want. But the bottom line is I felt a bit uncomfortable. I didn't generally trust them. And, you know, this could be said for many different places, but when it comes to the expat community, you know, I'm just not one who thinks I've got to be part of this huge community, or this, say in Cambodia, this small community, close-knit community. I mean, yeah, maybe I know some people and I see them once in a while, but I don't want to have to like. I'm always gonna go on a certain date. You know, my friend in Reno, he tells me that every morning he goes out, he goes to McDonald's, he gets a little, what do they call them? McBig Mac or Mc whatever, McCheese or I don't know what, McSausage, and he has a coffee. And he sits in there, he's, 63. He sits in there with guys that are 65, 75 years old. There's five of them, 10 of them. He sits in there every single morning for an hour and they have their breakfast. That's what he likes to do. Now, I don't generally like to do that. I like to have my breakfast because I'm still waking up. Usually when I'm eating, I'm waking up, I'm having a coffee. Just leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered, right? I don't want to get into that. But in Thailand, I mean, the other day I saw this guy from Seattle. I haven't seen him in like 2 years. But he's been here. I haven't bumped into him because I just don't make appointments with very many people. Now, I mean, I have appointments with Jono and Mr. Billy tomorrow, but generally I don't go around and like, look for people I can be friends with. I'm not part of the community, the expat community. Maybe in Cambodia, the reason why it's a little bit stronger is because there are less foreigners there. And you feel like it's us and them. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Because in Thailand, you cannot think that way. You can't think it's us against them. It's not us and them. You're all living here trying to, have a decent life. And, some of the rules are the same. And some of the rules, because they are citizens, are not the same. I understand. But, you got to kind of be open. And it says here, Cambodia might feel more approachable for foreigners as the expat community is smaller and more engaged in local society. Now, I don't know, like, what am I going to do? I'm going to go out and play pickleball or something like that? I mean, it's one thing to see the foreigners. I go into the mall, I see foreigners once in a while. There are foreigners walking around. I may never see them again. They may be tourists. I don't know. Doesn't really matter to me because I'm not sitting there talking to them. Once in a while, I'll be sitting at a coffee shop and Tom will walk up. Hey, how's it going? Okay. I see him once in a great while. We don't talk all that much anymore. He's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. Fine. Once in a while, I go see Billy. I go see Jono. Okay, that's fine. But it's not a close knit. So I'm going to give this edge here to Cambodia. I think Cambodia does have an edge on it. And again, this is the thing. I looked at the Philippines a week or two ago. And the Philippines beat Thailand in many categories. In fact, it had the majority of the categories it had beat or defeated or got the better of Thailand in those categories. But there was that certain something in Thailand that made it to where the Philippines was not a better place to live than Thailand. Now, one of them being poverty. If the Philippines wasn't such a poverty-stricken country, and there are many places that are not poverty-stricken in the Philippines, and it was a little bit safer, and there's a few things, just tweak a few things. The Philippines has a lot to offer. Now, I don't know about Cambodia, and that's why we're going over this, but number 4 is visa policies. Thailand's visa policies can be cumbersome for long-term stays. Foreigners often rely on tourist, education, or retirement visas with frequent renewals required. I don't know about frequent. Once a year, that's frequent. Retirement visas require proof of financial stability. Okay, so that's true. I mean, what country doesn't require some level of financial stability? I mean, I don't know what it is in Mexico now, 2,400 or 2,000 or something like that. I think in Ecuador it's $1,000. You got to show $1,000 a month coming in, and then you can live there, stay there. You can get your you can get your permanent residency and then your citizenship. Let's see here. Cambodia offers some of the easiest visa policies for foreigners in Southeast Asia. Tourists can extend their visas easily, and long-term visas, known as the ordinary visa, can be renewed without leaving the country, often for up to 1 year. The retirement visa is also straightforward with minimum financial requirements. Again, Cambodia's visa policies, they're far more lenient and straightforward than Thailand's, and it's just much more hassle-free. So if you're just looking for a hassle-free place to stay, Cambodia is pretty good. So I'll give that edge to Cambodia. That's 3 categories for Cambodia and 1 for Thailand. Now here's one where there's no way that Cambodia even begins to compare to Thailand, and that is healthcare. Thailand is known for its excellent healthcare, and it is amongst the best in the world. I mean, I think it's in the top 10, especially in major cities like Bangkok and Chiang Mai. The country has a booming medical tourism industry with many private hospitals offering high quality care at affordable rates. Cambodia's healthcare system is less developed compared to Thailand. The best healthcare facilities are in Phnom Penh, but for major procedures, many expats travel to Thailand or Vietnam. Healthcare in rural Cambodia can be very basic and unreliable. So what does that tell you? Thailand has a significant edge when it comes to healthcare quality and accessibility. Expats in Cambodia often need to travel abroad for advanced medical care. Now, that's not generally that bad. I mean, if I want something to be free, I got to go back to the United States, to the VA, and then hopefully it will be completely free and they cover everything. But what happens if you have a heart attack? What happens if you have a stroke? It's going to be very hard to stick you on a plane and send you over there on a long flight, just so you can get, good care that's going to be free. It's going to be more cost effective. But Thailand has a significant edge when it comes to healthcare quality and accessibility. Expats in Cambodia, like I said, they have to travel abroad, and if you have something go wrong with you, then do you really want to travel abroad? I can tell you most of the time, no, just get me in the hospital and take the pain away. That's generally what you want. You want, get me better, take the pain away, send me in. I just need to get there. Well, you'll be there, but it's going to take about 24 hours. Okay, some people can gut it out. Other people can't. And sometimes you're in a situation where no matter what, there's no way they're going to send you over. I mean, you see it in the news where people have accidents in Thailand. Foreign expats, foreign visitors have accidents in Thailand. And they're stuck because maybe their insurance won't cover certain aspects of their health care. Maybe they cover it and they use it all up. And so then they put on a GoFundMe or something like that to get them back home. And sometimes it's like we're trying to get this guy better so that he can go home. So the healthcare is huge. And believe me, I think about healthcare all the time. And it's something that really bothers me because I'm getting older. And, a lot of people there, 60, 70, 80 years old, and they're taking all kinds of medicine. And they've got to worry about this and worry about that, and I know just from the last couple of years that I'm not what I used to be. And I don't mean, I'm just looking at it pragmatically. I'm not looking at it like, oh, well, now I'm 62 and I'm so old, and when I was 25, yeah. No, I'm not looking at it that way. I'm just looking at the decline in the last couple of years has been significant, where from, say, 20 to 30, it wasn't as significant. So the healthcare is huge. I think it's very, very important. It's something you can't underestimate. So we give the edge there to Thailand. That is 3-2 for Thailand. Greetings, Aiden. Greetings, everybody. Sawati, Conchao. It's what time is it now? 9:30. 9:30. Do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. There are certain places that you don't see very many foreigners. And I mean, if I'm walking down Ramkapeng Road, I almost never see foreigners. And if I'm in the mall, I see quite a few of them. So anyway, let's see here. Number 6. Safety. And this is an important one. Thailand is generally considered safe for foreigners with relatively low rates of violent crime. Petty theft and scams can occur in tourist areas, but violent crime is rare. Political unrest and protests do occur from time to time, but are usually non-violent. And they're definitely not violent towards foreigners unless the foreigner is in there sticking his nose somewhere it shouldn't be. And I know I've seen it a couple of times and I'm going, what is this foreigner doing here? This guy, he's in there with a sign or something. Yeah, you might get hurt. You need to think about that because you're no different than anybody else that's protesting there. Rudimentary Thai, I'd say a lot on the borders. They speak a little bit of Thai. A lot more on the borders, but inland, I would say not that many. There's a few, but not all that many. I mean, why would they want to speak Thai? Some do, like I said, but very low percentage. And I've spoken Thai to Cambodians, and then also Cambodians on the border speak a different kind of Cambodian. It's just like a different dialect than somebody say in Phnom Penh. So same with somebody on the border. They're in Thailand and they speak Cambodian, but they speak a slightly different dialect than somebody in Phnom Penh. All right, so safety. Like I said, Thailand is generally safe. Cambodia is generally safe for foreigners, but petty crimes such as bag snatching. What is going on here? Bag snatching. Let's see here. Let me get this right here. Okay, there we go. Wow. And pickpocketing is more common, especially in cities like Phnom Penh and Sihanoukville. Violent crime is less frequent, but the country's weaker law enforcement can be a concern in some areas. I'll just say this. I've only had a problem in Cambodia 2 times. One was because I used the F word, and it was not directed at the person. I just said it, and the guy started freaking out because he's like, ah. I said, no, not to you. Sorry, not to you. And the other time was when I had I rented a motorbike. This is many years ago. I rented a motorbike, and I forgot I left the chain in the bike, and when I took off, the chain got, it was not a good situation. And I drove down the street. It would allow me to drive down the street, but when I got down the street, I went, something is wrong here, and I pulled over, and I went, oh, what did I do here? I forgot to take the chain off. And I was sitting there trying to figure things out, and I was starting to figure everything out, and a couple of Cambodian guys came up, and they were looking like to roll me, and it just didn't happen, but then, I called somebody up, and they came and helped me fix it. And it was all right. I was very lucky because it could have ruined, the bike. But anyway, I think that, there's no doubt that Cambodia is a little more dangerous than Thailand. Both countries are relatively safe, but Thailand has stronger law enforcement. Yeah, okay. And overall stability. Cambodia's safety concerns are generally related to petty crime and occasional lawlessness in rural areas. Now, if you want to see lawlessness, go to Myanmar. get out of Yangon. Go somewhere else. I'm not talking about Mandalay or somewhere like that. Go to some of the other places that maybe you never heard of. If you can get into those areas, go to some of those areas. That's lawlessness. When I went to, what was the name of it? Miak-U. Miak-U. I think that's how you say it. There were no cars. It was motorbikes and tractors, and that was it. That was all that was allowed. You couldn't drive a car in there. And, you know, it was like I was walking around, everybody was like, I was the only person, the only foreigner there. Even in my guest house, I was the only foreigner. And so I was really concerned about things. Fortunately, I didn't have any problems. It worked out. But I thought to myself, in this place, if somebody wanted you, that would be it, man. You'd be done. You know, they could do whatever they want with you, and you just disappeared, you know. All right, number 7, expat community. So it's 3-3 right now. Thailand has well-established expat communities, particularly in cities like Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Pattaya, and Phuket. These communities are diverse, consisting of retirees, digital nomads, and professionals. Cambodia's expat community is smaller and concentrated in Phnom Penh, Siem Reap, and Sihanoukville. Nobody ever talks about Battambang. The expat community tends to be close-knit with many people working in NGOs, the tourism industry, or as retirees. I don't know how they work in tourism industries. I haven't seen that. Thailand's expat community is larger and more diverse, offering more networking and social opportunities. Cambodia's smaller community can feel more intimate, engaged, but with fewer resources and options. I'm going to give the edge again to Thailand, 4-3. I mean, you know, and this is a category that I don't know why. Some people are just generally more social than others. Some people want to get involved in an expat community. Some people don't. I mean, in a way, I have a very small, close-knit expat community. My own community. I have, you know, maybe 5-6 friends. And that's about it. And because really, you think about it, I got a family. I want to spend time with my kids. I want to spend time with my wife. I want to spend time with all of them. And then you think, okay, whatever's left over, you can spend with your friends. There's not a lot to spend with, like, 50 friends. I don't have that much time. So, maybe I'll run into some people. There's the 2 brothers in Pattaya, the photographers. I'd run into them all the time, every time I went out there, but I didn't have much time. They didn't have much time. We never got together. Well, we got together once. And we had a meetup with some people. And, that was like 10 people, and it was like we could barely even understand each other because everybody was talking over each other. So, all right. Infrastructure. Oh, well, I know about this one. Come on. Thailand has modern infrastructure, especially in major cities. Bangkok has an efficient public transportation system, including the BTS SkyTrain and MRT. Roads, airports, and other infrastructure are well developed throughout the country. They also forgot the City Link, and the City Link is very good. Only thing I don't like about the City Link is when it connects up with the BTS. It's a bit problematic to get to it. You have to walk 10-15 minutes to get to where you got to go. Which is like, if you really want something easy, it should be within 5 minutes. Boom, you get off, go here for this, go here for that. Okay, I'm going over here. Boom, you're there. That's not how it works. Cambodia's infrastructure is much less developed. Outside of Phnom Penh, roads can be poor and public transportation is limited. The country is still rebuilding from its troubled past. Jesus Christ, man, you think about that. That's 50 years ago. And infrastructure projects are ongoing but lag far behind Thailand's standard. 50 years ago, but Khmer Rouge is still there. That's what I'll say. Thailand is far ahead of Cambodia in terms of infrastructure. Expats in Cambodia often experience challenges related to poor roads, unreliable utilities, and lack of public transportation. Listen, I'll give this one to Thailand. There's no doubt about this. However, one thing I will say is I went a while back, uh, and I went with my buddy. We were going, and we were this. I mean, this had to be 20 something years ago, and we were gonna go get a visa or something, or we were going to Phnom Penh, and we wanted to take the we wanted to go via land. We wanted to see what it was like to go overland from Bangkok to Phnom Penh. And so we got down there, and it was like, okay, we got it was like $50 for a car, and he paid 25 bucks, I paid 25 bucks. We get in there, we start driving along, and I don't remember the whole specifics of it, but it was raining, the roads were muddy, and they were not paved. Now they are paved. And we were driving along, and he turned a little bit or hit something, and next thing you know, we were off down in a ditch off the side of a road. And we were stuck. It was like, what can we do? We can't do anything. He's like, I called my friend, he come and pick us up. So his friend came and picked us up, which, okay, that's nice. We still had to wait for a while. But that's how the roads were. They weren't top notch where, like most of the time they got guardrails, and, you're not going to have many problems other than maybe scratching up your car. So I still remember that, and it's not like that now because they have paved roads. So, hey Scott, I'm looking to retire at 56. I'm thinking outside of the city, but not too far. What do you think? It will be North Chiang Mai. I think you need to do a trial. Have you been here before? How many times have you been here? And have you been around the country? Because the reason that I never want to live in Chiang Mai is because of the burning. There's a lot of burning going on. I mean, that's pretty important. Yes, I have, but not up there. Okay, so then how do you know you want to live there? And how many places have you been? How much time have you spent here? I need to. Google shows about 2 million expats living in each country. Seems high for Cambodia. Hey, I don't think there's 2 million. They may be including, other people, like Thai people, Laotians, Vietnamese. They may be including those. I don't know. I mean, it depends on how. If you've only been to the south, then how do you know that you like the north? Honestly, my suggestion would be pick 3 or 4 places out and go stay a week in each place. Just, you don't have to go do anything. Basically, all you got to do is you got to, pick a place, and then say, oh, I'm gonna pick the city right here, and you're like, okay, how do I go out and have breakfast? How do I go out and get my groceries? What happens if I get hurt and I need to go to the hospital? And you can do this without going there, but I think it's better when you're on the grounds. You pick those places out, and then you go for a week, 3 weeks, you pick 3 places. You go, okay, Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Pattaya, and take one more place down in the south. Koh Samui or something. I don't know, Krabi, right? You go for a week in each place, and then by the time you're done, you're you have a little more of a handle on which place you like the most. And that's kind of what I did. And, I just happened to come into Bangkok because Bangkok, listen, there's a reason why most of the people out in the country come to Bangkok, because they want to work here, they want to earn money. My visits have always been Lam Lukha. Was that what it is? Lukha? Yeah, Lukha. Lot Prahao. I don't know Lot Prahao. Is Lot Prahao a place? Lot Prao. It's Phrao. Lot Prahao. That's not what he said. He said something else. Lot Prahao. There's Lot Prao and Lot Krapao. Yeah, the public transportation system is not as good in Chiang Mai. I understand that. But it is good enough to get around and to do things that you want to do. Now, all you got to do is buy a motorbike. You want to buy a motorbike? You got transportation anywhere. Okay? That's about 80,000 baht. You don't want a motorbike? Well, then, you know, I mean, a lot of people walk. They're within wherever they have to go most of the time. And then maybe once or twice a week they take, you know, they take a motorbike, or they get some kind of whether it's Grab or whatever, they get something, and then they go wherever they gotta go. They just pay. You know, so let's see here. Yeah, Lam Luka is Pathum Thani, which is part of Bangkok, but it's a ways away from, like, the center. It's the southernmost part of the province, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely say, you know, if you want to come here, you actually think, I'm going to move here, pull the trigger. Just do it. Come over here and say, okay, I don't know where I'm going to live. I mean, if unless you have the money to come and travel around for a month and then go back and take care of everything and things like that. But if you don't, just come over here, and then what you do is you spend a week in each place and then make a decision. You know, you'd be paying for a hotel. I mean, you get cheap hotels. You know, you want the place with the best transportation. You want a hospital somewhat nearby. You know, good food, nice people, nice atmosphere. I mean, you know, and there's a lot of places like that here. And, you know, with Chiang Mai, the only thing I would say is the burning season. The burning season, the burning season, the burning season. Because that's pretty important. Alrighty, let's go here. Yeah, Thailand is ahead of Cambodia in the infrastructure, so that's 5-3. We got lifestyle and leisure. Thailand offers a wide range of leisure activities, from cultural exploration of temples and historical sites to modern nightlife, beaches, and shopping. Whether you want city life in Bangkok or more laid-back beach lifestyle in Phuket, Thailand has a diverse offering. I mean, I don't think Cambodia can really compete with Thailand here, just because of its size. Cambodia is most famous for its historical sites, particularly Angkor Wat in Siem Reap. Okay, Siem Reap is okay. Thanks, Mac user. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Click that. Click on like for Mac user there. The country also offers beaches in Sihanoukville and islands like Koh Rang. However, entertainment options, shopping, and nightlife are more limited compared to Thailand. Yes, definitely more limited. I mean, you know, Cambodia is not as big as Thailand. You don't have the same options that you have as here. And while it is nice, and while the people are nice, generally you have no problem with the people, unless maybe you're getting robbed or something like that. But generally you have no problems with them. I would say Thailand I'm sorry, but Thailand beats Cambodia in this regard also. Thailand offers a greater variety of lifestyle options for foreigners, especially those seeking a mix of modern amenities and cultural experiences. That's the big thing. Cambodia's lifestyle options are more focused on history and nature, but lack some of the conveniences of Thailand. All right, let me see this here. Do you ever see a business around Bangkok and think to yourself, that's a smart idea, there should be more of those? Yeah, once in a while. I thought that about the, what's it called? Taubin. Taubin, the machines that serve coffee. And they serve, I mean, anything you want pretty much. They serve coffee, they serve frappes, they serve sodas, soda water, like they serve like, you know, like Nam Manao soda. No, that was a bad idea, man. You know, I hate to say that about the place. I don't want to, you know, slander the place or libel the place or whatever it is. But that was not a good idea. That's not going to happen. But I think that Taubin is a fantastic idea. And I looked it up to see, oh, can I get in on this? How do I get in on this Taubin? If I put up $10,000, is that gonna allow me, you know, like one booth? How much is it gonna generate? You know, and it said, sorry, we are not taking franchise fees at the moment. We're not franchising. And I was like, oh, damn. But, you know, very, very good idea for that. I'm sure there's been a few others. You know, I'm just not thinking of off the top of my head, but that one comes to me right away because that was a good idea. If you know what I'm talking about, the Taubin, it's just like it's a vending machine, but it serves damn near every drink you want. Jono swears by it. He's like, why am I gonna go to Starbucks when I can get a coffee at Taubin for like 30 baht? Why would I go to Starbucks and pay 150 baht when I can get it for 30 baht right from the machine and it's good? They're about 5K, and I think you can invest if you're talking. Now, I looked at their website as far as, let me see something here. Your robotic barista. And the last time I looked, it said no franchises. Let's see here. Okay, so now it's in English. Multiple payment methods, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they show all the Taubins all over the country. Membership. Let's see here. About us, our beans, menu, Taubin, expansion projects. Let's see here. Taubin for rent. Okay, so you can rent a Taubin. Very, very little. Wow. But you can't. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I don't know if you rent it. That's for one event, one day. So, yeah, I don't see it for the franchise yet, but I mean, that's a good idea. That's my point. It is a good idea. You know, if you get a good location there, those things are making a killing, man. You know, you just think about it. You know, if you got 2 people an hour, that's, you know, it's not a huge amount of money, but I think the way that they make money is that they have multiple machines. That's how they really make their money. But if you have one machine, yeah, maybe it'll make you some money, but who knows how much. And again, it depends on how much you got to put into it. So if it's 5,000, it's not much, but I mean, you still got to recoup your money. So I don't know about anything else though. I haven't really thought about it. And maybe I should think about it. Sometimes I sit and think about things, but then, like if I don't write them down, I generally forget them. All right. Right now it's 6-3 Thailand to Cambodia. There's no chance that Cambodia, and I could say this, I could say it about the Philippines, but the Philippines has a lot of great things. Cambodia has a few great things, but I don't think it compares to Thailand by any stretch of the imagination. Tourism and entertainment. Thailand is a global tourist destination famous for its beaches, islands, temples, and vibrant nightlife. I like how they always use that word vibrant. Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and Phuket, as well as Pattaya, attract millions of tourists each year, and the tourism industry is well developed and organized. I've had some good Cambodian food, I will say that. It's nowhere near what Thailand's is. It's kind of like the Philippines. The Philippines has great food, but most of it is not very good. It's laden with fat, and it's just not good, in my opinion. There are some very good things, though. Lechon, you know, pork adobe, and those kind of things. Yeah, okay, so you can have some good food, but it's not like Thailand. Cambodia's tourism is largely centered on historical sites like Angkor Wat, along with a growing beach tourism industry. While it offers some nightlife in Phnom Penh and Siem Reap and Sihanoukville, it's less developed compared to Thailand. Far less developed. Okay? I mean, far, far less developed. Thailand offers more in terms of tourism diversity, from natural beauty to historical and modern entertainment. Cambodia's tourism is more niche, primarily focusing on history and less developed destinations. I mean, you know, where did we go? I think when we were in Siem Reap, we were like, okay, this is all right. It's decent. But that's about it. I didn't think, oh, this place is fantastic. Oh my God. And in Battambang, when we went to Battambang, we were looking for coffee shops. The only coffee shop we found that had air conditioning in the coffee shop was Gloria Jeans. We found one Gloria Jeans, and they had air conditioning in the coffee shop. All the other places, the restaurants, the coffee shops, they didn't have air conditioning. And we were like, what's going on here, man? I mean, Billy and I, as well as one other guy, we were all running around. We're looking for these. We couldn't find anything. We were just so disappointed. Yeah, Pence. They cut down too much forest. All I see in Cambodia is palms and rice. You know, I mean, listen, like I said, I haven't been there in a few years. Whatever, but I just don't think it matches up to Thailand. I mean, if you want quality, I think Cambodia is just lacking. I mean, you can go there and have a good time, and I would say, yeah, okay, go have a great time. Stay there for a week or two, whatever, you know. I get coffee from Kampong Cham, and while you smell coffee roasting the place, I'm sure it's fake from Vietnam. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know that, listen, the coffee scene in Cambodia is nowhere developed as much as it is in Thailand. Um, and I don't go there necessarily for the coffee. Like when I went to Medellin, I was surprised just how damn good the coffee was. Every coffee I had, they made it, and I was like, oh man, this is good. I go to Cambodia, that is not what I think. I mean, I think the worst place, Billy and I went to Hard Rock, what was it? Was it Hard Rock Siem Reap or Hard Rock Battambang or something like that? I don't remember exactly where it was. We went in there, and it was like, oh yeah, you're going to get this burger, you're going to get this, and it was the worst meal. And it was like, for like 3 people, it was like $50, $60, something like that. And it was the worst meal. We were just sitting there just going, I can't believe this. You know, so, yeah, I mean, I would not go to Cambodia for the coffee. All right, so Thailand is the more developed and modern option for foreigners, offering better healthcare, infrastructure, and a more established expat community. It's great for those seeking a balance between traditional culture and modern convenience. That's what Thailand is all about. Modern convenience and the traditional. And I think it's starting to lean a little more towards modern convenience. However, it comes with more restrictive visa policies and a higher cost of living. I don't know about that compared to Cambodia. Um, because Cambodia, basically, you can use US dollars if you want. So maybe that's where they get the edge. I don't know. Cambodia is a more budget friendly and laid back alternative. While it is more laid back, I'd say, and I just mean laid back because people just don't give a shit, you know. While it lacks the infrastructure and healthcare quality of Thailand, it offers more lenient visa policies, a smaller but tight knit expat community, and extremely low living costs. Don't take just take that with a grain of salt. However, it may be better suited to those who are comfortable with a simpler lifestyle and occasional challenges with infrastructure. Each country offers distinct advantages depending on what foreigners prioritize in terms of lifestyle, budget, and long term planning. Now, my good friend, my good buddy who used to live in Thailand for a long time, now he lives in Seattle. He moved to Cambodia. I told you guys about him, I talked about him before. And I think he just got sick of Thailand. He just had been, tie this, tie that, tie this, tie that. He got sick of it and just went, I don't need this. So he went to Cambodia. And he told me the prices are good. He said, yeah, they got like little bars I can go into and I'm friends with everybody and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So maybe the community is a bit tighter. If you're not living in Bangkok, I'd say Phnom Penh is probably a bit tighter than most places in Bangkok. But he liked it. But after a while the newness wears off. And he ended up thinking it's better to live back in Seattle where he lives. He lives on an island out there. And with his mother. Because he wants to take care of his mother. Which is a good reason to go back. If you're going to go back for any reason, you go back for your parents. You go back for a loved one. You go back for something like that. Okay, I can completely understand that. Despite what you say about America, despite what, people, how they disparage America, wherever they are in the world, even Americans disparage America. I can see going back there. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you very much. Let me see, can I do this here? Yes, there, I got it. Thank you. Leave him a thumbs up there on his little doodad there. Thank you very much. Very good. Choke knee to you. Yeah, Cambodia is easier to stay there. However, and this is the big what if, this is the big gotcha. In the beginning, Thailand used to be like that. Now Thailand is modernizing, it's getting its act together. It's seeing that, hey, if we let people in, we're going to have lots of criminals. We're not going to be able to keep up with this. Oh, we're going to have some problem. So they change things up a little bit. Well, that's what's going to happen to Cambodia. That's what's going to happen to the Philippines. I don't know when. And quite frankly, I don't care because I'm here. I don't care. I've been here a long time. As in Cambodia, February 2023, I thought the quality of food was actually better and more consistent in Thailand overall in Phnom Penh and Siem Reap. I guess it depends on where you're eating, because in some of the places in like Phnom Penh and Siem Reap, they got really good high quality food, but you might pay $10 for the meal. You might pay $8 for the meal. Whereas in Thailand, you go, like if I want, I can go down the street and get a meal for $1.50, $2, and it's pretty good. But honestly, I don't think it's as good as it used to be. I think the quality of Thai food over the past 10 years, 15 years, has declined a little bit. I used to say that every restaurant, if it was Thai, you can be sure it's going to be good food. Now I don't think that way. Not at all. I just can't feel the same way as I used to. So, you know, let's see here. And you know, I mean, listen, there's some, you know, the thing with Cambodia is that they have that French influence there. I mean, the baguettes are fantastic. You know, you have a nice breakfast with an omelet and bacon. The bacon is better there. You know, I don't know why. Maybe because they don't have the same problems that Thailand has getting certain foods in, or importing foods, or making certain foods. I don't know. But their bacon, their omelets, a lot of their stuff is better because of that French influence. Yeah, that's pretty strange, Stephen. I would think you would have went there at least once or twice. I would say the beef in Cambodia is better than the beef in Thailand. Um, I've had, listen, I had some, I got to tell you this. There's a place, I think it's still there. Um, but I've had gnocchi in this place called, I think it's called Pops. It's an Italian restaurant on Riverside. And I've gone, I go there almost every single time I go to Phnom Penh. I went with the guy who I told you he used to live in Cambodia. I went with him. We went there a couple of times. We're like, listen, it doesn't matter what we pay. We're paying it. Doesn't matter. Because you know you're not going to pay more than 25, 30 bucks a plate, right? So I don't know. We paid like $6, $7 for the gnocchi. Then we had a glass of wine. We had an espresso, you know, and we had a little side dish and an appetizer. You know, it was like 20 bucks each, something like that. But man, it was good. And I'm like, you know, that's when you get to, you know, you look at, there's Italian restaurants here, and I go, man, this is really good. You can't really compare them because you're not sitting side by side. And if you can compare them, they're so close that it doesn't really matter. Can you get good food in Cambodia? Yes, definitely. Now, Cambodian food, I mean, like as in Cambodian dishes, you need to know what to look for. I mean, I got that, what is it, Luke Lak or something like that. I forget what it was. You have beef and you have to dip it in the pepper and whatever. I forget what else was in there. Luke Lak. Lak Luke? No, I don't think it was Lak Luke. Lak Luke. Is that what it was? I don't know. I actually made it here in Thailand before. And it was very, very, yeah, okay. No, it's Luke Lak. I think. Well, this is all coming up as in Vietnamese, which, you know, now that we're going to Da Nang, I'm looking forward to it. Do you know the song "Holiday in Cambodia"? Yes, I do. I do know that song. They have shit for noodles over there, rice or ramen. Lok lak. Is that what it is? I can't remember. And I used to make it all the time. Yeah, I think that's it. Lok lak. Cambodian pepper beef. Very, very good. That was probably my favorite dish that I had. Yeah, while I was in um, Cambodia. That was probably my favorite Cambodian dish that I had. Let me see here. Look like very hard to get his yeah, good pepper. To put my hat on now. Um, yeah. Anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this because you know I used to make this. I made it for Mr. Billy, and he was like, "Oh, that was pretty good, man," you know, and I could make it again. But I just forgot all about it. I don't know why. I just stopped making it. I was cooking a lot when my kids were younger, and I would try to come up with all kinds of stuff. I would just whip stuff up, and it didn't really matter how it looked. It's just how it tasted, and they liked most of the stuff that I made. And then I just stopped, and now I'm starting again because I'm like, what else do I have to do? What is more important than eating healthy and eating good food? Why can't you spend a few minutes and make yourself a good meal? 30 minutes, 45 minutes at the most. There are lady boys in Cambodia, MGTOW, but I'll leave that to you to find them. I should say I was a little picky, did some research on where to eat. Maybe I got lucky. Have you mentioned the Khmers are not burned out by... No, I haven't. And that's another thing. The problem with Thailand is it's been done to death. As I've said, 100 times already. Thailand has been done to death. People have been to Thailand. They know Thailand. They know Thai this, Thai that. They know it. And the thing that is even more important is that the Thais in the tourist area are burnt out by it. They've been working for, 50 years, and now they're like, oh, God, another, it's another tourist. It's like a lot of times it's the same way with the Chinese and the Indians. Sure, they're going to pay money, but are they going to pay top dollar? You don't know. And then it's like, they got to try to, translate and do all these things. And so they're starting to get burned out. And I don't think it's going to take as long to get burned out. Your wife is from the South. Any favorite Southern Thai restaurants in Bangkok? Listen, we go to hole in the walls, man. I don't even know the names of them. We used to go to one on the river, on the Sansap Canal. It's just like 4 stops, 5 stops down by the Chalinya. Well, it was by FBT. And we just walked there. It was a tiny little place. We got to sit there right on the canal. We got our South Thai food, and it was fantastic. Now they're not there. Hey, Bo, you got a favorite South Thai restaurant here in Bangkok?
Yeah.
What? She's thinking about the name. We never remember the names. She remembers it. She'll tell me. Also, in general, I find more Khmer speaking English. Well, that's because their language is geared more towards English than the Thai language. Thai language, they have a hard time transferring over and speaking English unless they are in the country like America for a long period of time. Then they start assimilating it. Here, they may not learn how to speak correctly, But in Cambodia, when they speak, you listen to how they speak most of the time. I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of them, they speak very, very good English. And you can understand them. Here in Thailand, sometimes you can't even understand them. That's changing, though. There are more Thais now that speak fairly good English. And, my wife told me a while back, she goes, I think you're out of touch. She said the younger generation, they all speak English. So, like my kids, they're constantly, Alex especially, he meets people, he just starts talking to them. And he's like, hey, they have a conversation for 30 minutes. He's like, hey, nice to meet you. And the guy's like, oh, okay. But, that's what's happening nowadays. It's a lot more than it used to. Shock value just isn't there anymore. Well, what I always say is, to me, Thailand is no longer exotic. Cambodia can be exotic, but, at this point, I've seen a lot of things there, and I'm just like, okay. It's not, it really isn't. Myanmar can be a bit strange. Indonesia can be a little bit exotic, yes, because they're quite a bit different. Malaysia, I don't know. I'm not really into Malaysia, but I need to spend more time there, honestly. Laos, eh. I like Laos, but I don't like it that much. It's not like I'm dying to go back there. Thanks for asking her. I should have known. I really know the names of my favorites as well. Yeah, I mean, unless it's a big place or something like that, then once in a while I remember it. But when it comes to, I mean, she goes out with her coworkers and stuff all the time. They probably don't even know the name of the place. Half the time they go there, they don't know what the name of the place is. They just give me the food, you know. And I will say that when it comes to, the food in Thailand, I mean, I take it for granted it's going to be good. It's not always. Sometimes you get low grade ingredients. Sometimes you get stuff that they just kind of throw together. I don't like that. And it's happening a little bit more now, in my opinion. I don't think the food is quite as good as it used to be. And with regards to my favorite restaurants, well, I mean, I already said yesterday, I really like Minato, the Japanese place, because they constantly make very good food. And I mean, I can get eel, I can get, California rolls, I can get all kinds of things. I really like that. I used to like Fuji, but, Fuji's run of the mill, kind of, a bit expensive. But they used to have scallops there that were just, oof, they were fantastic. Now they don't have those same scallops. I don't know why. Um, I always liked Le Opera, the Italian restaurant, and I used to go there all the time. Now it's not the same owner, so things change. So really, I mean, it's kind of like going to a coffee shop. Some places are good, some places are great, some places are exceptional, but very few. And it doesn't always depend on, oh, the food is better here. Sometimes it depends on the decor. Are you sitting on the Chao Phraya River overlooking the lights, and it just is so fantastic, the location where you are. And the food is great. It's not as good as it could be, but, you know, that's just the way it goes. No places are ever the same as they used to be. No, they're not. They always change. But sometimes it takes a lot longer than others for some to change, which is what, I'm thinking of. I've been here 30 years, and I went to the Shangri-La in Chinatown. That was one of my favorite restaurants. And I don't know that it's not one of my favorite restaurants now. Um, but they had a lady there that worked there. She used to wait on me, and she used to go, "What about this? Maybe you should try this." And now I don't know. I don't even know the people they have working in there. Okay, so I used to go to one on Soy 14. I don't even remember the name of it. Really good restaurant. They used to have some curried crab. Soy 14. You go in Soy 14, you turn, and it's just a little to the right, and there was a Thai restaurant there. Very, very good food. I mean, like if I start thinking about it, then okay, places come up. Maybe I can remember their names. Um, you know, just depends, because sometimes there are holes in the wall. And I think I'm never going to come back here. Then, like a week later, I'm like, oh, there's that. Maybe I should go there. And that's what I do. I went to a restaurant in the mall. We went to a restaurant in the mall. It's called Fam Time. FAM and then time. Fam Time. And I just saw it. We were walking in, and it was to the right when we walked in. And I go, hey, what about this place? And we looked at the menu, and I go, this place looks fine. We sat down, and I think the four of us ate there for about 1,100, 1,200 baht. And that was with drinks and with everything. Desserts, drinks, full on meal. I mean, it was very, very good. Well, yeah, down by Victory Monument, they got a lot of little restaurants, um, little vendors sitting outside and stuff like that. But I don't usually go down to that area all that much anymore. Maybe people are staying there when they're visiting, you know. But I don't go down there as much anymore as I used to. When I lived down in Sukhumvit, I used to go there all the time. I'd go to Pantip all the time. Then when I moved from there, I went there, but not all that often. And now I'm like, I almost never go there. I go there once every 6 months. A lot of places to eat, though. You want a snack, you can have a snack. You want something good to eat, you can have something good to eat. A full-on meal. You want to sit with your friends and have, like 10 different dishes you can all pick at, you can do that too. That's what's good about Thailand. Anyway, and how many times do you go to Cambodia? I'd say a lot of people come with a bunch of their friends to Thailand. I don't know if they go with like 5 or 6 or 10 of their friends to Cambodia. I don't generally see that. Now maybe they're working there, I don't know. But that's about it. Let's see here. Sawatdee all. Sawatdee. I don't know what we're going to do. I know tomorrow I'm skipping. Probably Monday I'm skipping. And we'll be back on Tuesday. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea. Sometimes I put the things out there and I think, oh, that sounds really good. Then I look at it and I go, I don't know about that. I mean, Thailand versus Cambodia. I know people think about it. I mean, I like to go, hey, what about Myanmar and Laos? I like to compare those. But that takes a little bit more research. But I'd like to I'm interested in it. Or Nepal and Ecuador. Which is best? And, just this morning I said to my wife, maybe we should just go to Ecuador. Maybe we should just pack it in and go to Ecuador. We could probably start a business there for 25 grand. We could start a restaurant there. What do you think? And the biggest thing is that first of all, you got to keep running. Second of all, we got kids. Third of all, you got to have stock. So, you're going to need to go to Thailand once in a while with a bankroll to come back and buy a bunch of stock that you can carry over, that you can bring over, that you can ship, whatever. And then you might have to pay duties on it. I don't know what the deal is with that. And some of the stuff you can buy. I mean, you can buy tomatoes there. Well, it'll take time. It'll just take time, man. Like I said, Cambodia is not the kind of place where people decide. They're sitting in, Boise, Idaho, and they're thinking, God, I really want to go to Phnom Penh. And then I'd like to go see the Angkor Wat. Wow. No, they think about somewhere else. They think about Thailand. Or they think about Bali. And then after that, it's a secondary thought. And a lot of people in America, they're thinking, oh, I'm going to go down to Mexico. Oh, wow. It's going to be great. They're so into... They stay in this hemisphere. Which, it's understandable. Gee, I don't know. Mexican. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. Ooh, what's this? World's most expensive cities for expats. Let me see this here. All right. All right, here's the top 10. I don't know if I've gone over these or not. All right, here's the 30 most expensive, and let's go from the least expensive to the most expensive. Amsterdam, Paris, France, Seattle, Atlanta, Conakry, Guinea, Beijing, China, Vienna, Austria, Shanghai, China, Washington, D.C., Jamena, Chad, Chicago, Djibouti, Boston, Djibouti, Miami, Tel Aviv, United Arab Emirates, Dubai, Bangui, Central African Republic. Jesus Christ, why is that place the most expensive? San Francisco, Honolulu, Copenhagen. All right, now we're starting to get into ones I understand. Los Angeles, yeah, okay. Nassau, Bahamas, London, UK, New York, US, Bern, Switzerland, Basel, Switzerland, Geneva, Switzerland, Zurich, Switzerland, Singapore, and the most expensive city, Hong Kong. That's what it says. And I gotta sneeze again. Every oh my God. Every stream I gotta sneeze. Like that. Whew. LA was 10th, Honolulu 12th, San Francisco 13th, Sydney. Wow, Sydney was the Pacific region's costliest place, 58th. Toronto was Canada's most expensive city, 92nd. Mumbai was India's priciest destination, 136th. Nigeria's Lagos was 225th, and Abuja, 226th. Tumbled to the bottom of the table due to currency fluctuations. Mercer measured the comparative cost of more than 200 items and services, including housing, transport, food, clothing, and household goods, to come up with its ranking of 226 cities. So there you have it. Interesting. Slightly interesting. Let me see this here. Hang on. One more. All right. Okay. And I took the charge, so there are more people here. You know what kind of restaurant? Exactly. There is a natural spring on Kulin Mountain. The water is incredible. Taco joint. Oh yeah, taco. We're gonna make tacos. Yeah, okay. Why would I make a taco joint in Ecuador? Think about it. Angkor Tacos is awesome. Yeah. I don't get brought in that easily by restaurants to where I'm like, oh my God, this is so great. When I go there, I want to try a bunch of different places. It's like you're trying a bunch of different meals. You don't just go and have, you have a bowl of soup, like, what the hell am I thinking of? Quintillo Rua. You don't just stop and have a bowl of that and you go, wow, this is really good. You know what? I'm never going to try another thing. I'm not going to try anything else in Thailand because I love this so much. That doesn't happen very often. And as far as a taco joint, why would I open something in Cambodia? It wouldn't be in Cambodia. As I said, it's Ecuador. Now, there's about a 2% chance that could happen. But That's about it. But it wouldn't be. It would definitely not be tacos. It would be um, Thai food. Why would you not open a Thai restaurant there? They need Thai restaurants in Ecuador. Believe me. And they do have a Mexican place in Ecuador, and the guy is killing it. I mean, killing it. And he makes such good food. That was my favorite place the whole time there. Then there was an Italian restaurant. Now, supposedly, they've opened up a little Thai joint, but it's just a tiny little place. So, anyway, I think that's about all I have for now. Saturday. Feels odd. It feels like a Sunday today since I'm streaming. But it is Saturday. Thanks for the stream, Scott. Enjoy the weekend. Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate it. You know, I've seen, there was a guy that they were talking about the show speed or I show speed or whatever. He crashed a tuk-tuk or something like that. He streams for 4 or 5 hours. Now, I used to do that, and honestly, I don't have the endurance to do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. It's a little bit too long for me. And I don't find anything, if I'm just sitting here, I'm not going to be able to keep everybody enthralled for 5 hours. If I'm out about doing something and it was really, really interesting, maybe. But generally, no. So, but I thought that it was interesting that he was streaming for that long. And he does very, very well. So, anyway, thank you once again. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the contributions. Thank you. What is this? He did 2 streams in Philippines past 48 hours. Yeah, but I don't think he's done any in the past 40 years. Is that where he is now in the Philippines? I don't know. I thought he was in Thailand and he was doing streams from Thailand. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I think that's his life. I don't know. His life is streaming. I don't really know. I haven't really watched him. I just watched, Yeah, I mean, where's my 7 million views? Come on. What's going on? I need 7 million. 7.1. That's all I want. 7 million views. Is it too much to ask? Come on. I'll take it. I could be asking for 20 million, but I'm not. Anyway. Doesn't matter. He's doing good. Good for him. I don't particularly think it's a good idea to crash a tuk-tuk, but okay, whatever. He did it. He got away with it, supposedly. And I guess I don't know if he's in the Philippines now or not, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm me. I'm here. And some other streamer that came to Thailand for a while and, Well, I sure would hope so. I've been at this for a long time. And only recently have I started concentrating more on streams, to be honest. And honestly, I don't have the endurance or the energy or the desire to go out in places. But like I said, I'll be down in the South. I'll stream from down in the South. I'll be in Vietnam. I'll stream once or twice from Vietnam. So, I got things coming up. That's all that matters. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I got to run. Things to do, places to see, people to meet. Well, nobody to meet, but anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. And until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok Di Leo Jerken Mai. Thank you very much, Dale. Thanks, Aiden, and Bayou Tom, and everybody else, Mac User, MGTOW Sean, everybody else. Thank you, and I will talk to you later.